This is a four-wheeler car that I made using a chassis kit, a battery, motor driver, ESP32 and buck converter, also a switch. When I turn on the switch, the current flows from the battery into the motor driver, through the motor driver into the buck converter and then to the ESP32. Each of the batteries are 3.6 volts, so approx the net sum of the battery voltage is 7 volts as they are connected in series. When I turn on the switch, the 7 volts is fed to the motor driver, but this is a L298N motor driver which eats up some voltage. Like if I give it 7 volts, the output to the motors is not 7 volts and it's around 5 volts. That's a lot, but for beginner purposes, this motor driver. This buck converter here is to convert the 7 volts of the battery to 5 volts because the ESP32 VIN pin works at 5 volts only. It can only take in 5 volts or around 4.9 volts or 4.9 volts. More voltage like 6 or 7 volts would damage the ESP32, so it's better to use a buck converter and not just feed all the voltage of the battery to the ESP32 directly. The motors I am using is yellow TT motors. They are the basic ones and you can find them easily in Amazon or any shop. From above, the car is looking somewhat like this. There are 3 LED lights, red ones, which shows that when I turn on the switch, the motor driver turns on, the ESP32 turns on and the buck converter turns on. From below, the car is looking somewhat like this. There are some cracks here because I bumped the car into some wall many a times. But let's just ignore this. And yeah, this is what it is. Also, the ESP32 here is being controlled by the Bluetooth through my phone. So all the commands of forward, backward, right, left, which you saw at the starting of the video were being done from a phone through the help of a Bluetooth.